Hello, today we are going to draw kindness. We are creating kindness for people we want to give kindness to, for our country, for different countries, for the world in general. So we are adding kindness and good, friendly thoughts to the world with this drawing. We are using the neuroatom algorithm, which is part of Neurographica. So let's start. So, to create kindness, we start drawing a circle. Because kindness is a perfect state, which is best represented by a circle. And we are drawing lines on that circle which don't repeat themselves. We're drawing neurographic lines on them and activate our circle, our brain connections, our attention. And we are thinking about kindness while we are doing that. Tuning into our feeling of kindness and of the urge to give something to the world which is so much needed. I want to continue a little bit more, activating my circle and the topic kindness. And now I'm activating the circle inside, and I'm drawing lines, neurographic lines, which are inspired by nature and natural lines that are not repeating themselves and are going in unexpected directions. So they are just flowing there. While I'm doing that, I'm thinking about kindness and where kindness is coming into the world through me. So I want to give kindness to the person who is living in my house, to my 12-year-old son who is growing up and needs any kind of kindness available. Growing up is a difficult process. So I want him to receive kindness, friendliness, joy, feeling of being at home, being accepted without conditions, being able and allowed to make his own experiences, not being judged by me and also not being judged by anyone. But here I'm drawing my kindness. So I am being non-judgmental with my son and a safe harbor in this confusing world. While I'm doing that, continue activating the shape of my kindness. I want to give kindness to people I meet, friendly look, smile, exchange of words, friendly words, positive words that lead their attraction to something good. Focus on the light, on what's good today. So the friendliness is also coming to people, real life encounters, all people can receive that. If I am charged with kindness, it's even impossible to give that, not to give that. It's impossible to keep it by myself if I'm charged with kindness. And I also want to add awareness in the world. Awareness for the real being, for our real beings, our souls being the main issue in our lives, the source of our development, the source for all our actions, for our kindness, for kindness in the world, forgiveness, for joy, peace. And I give that to the world. Understanding, connection with the divine source, with universal love, with the truth, which is universal for everyone, despite of the state of development, the state of education, despite of what religion you belong to. It's for everyone the same. Truth and love is our being. And this awareness, I'm drawing this awareness here, the paths for people to get hooked in the awareness of being united. Separations of any kind are an illusion, as well as the belief in our limitations. Limitations are an illusion. We are unlimited, powerful beings. We are acting in human bodies in this experience. we are not limited in any way to the human bodies. So you can also do all of that and speak out your kind thoughts for the world, for people you know, for people you don't know, for states in the world you want to influence and charge as kindness. You draw the neural lines which are always organic. And you draw slowly and feel into the lines. Charge them with your kindness and the kindness which is coming through you. This moment is kind of a channeling experience. Kindness to the world. For me, it feels kind of gentle, it feels hopeful, it feels tender. I see light pink colors, which I'm going to apply to my drawing in a bit when I feel that this part is finished. But there's lots of need, lots of kindness can come to the world. Awareness, gentleness, forgiveness, the non-judgmental behavior, understanding that every person has her or his own expression in this world, and all the expressions are equally important. None of them is not of any use. And also the expressions which are focused on darkness, they can function as an example for in which state you are if you do that. And everyone is free to choose. So acceptance of the freedom of choice of everyone is also adding to kindness in the world. Freedom of choice. Everyone is supposed to play his or her own variation of the game of being alive. And being one day in the or at one point of development able to realize that it is a game, this is indeed the greatest gift. So I feel that my atom is quite charged. I have drawn a lot of lines. The more lines I draw, the more connections I create, the more pathway of kindness in this drawing. Now I feel it's time to add the energy of colors. I do some more rounding here. You can also do that. Make the connections smooth. So like that it's all smoothly flowing everywhere. Feels really warm and confident and joyful for me. How does it feel for you? Are you drawing? Hope you're trying to draw the same and help adding kindness to the world, especially to the people we meet in our everyday lives. But of course, we can also add to the whole world. Everybody we meet, and of course we ourselves are all part of that kindness. So we obviously also direct the kindness to ourselves, because this is the if you do that, this is the only option to also give it to the world. And we are equally important than everyone else. If we don't value that, there will be always fight, because we have to fight for our rights, we have to fight for our value if you don't accept it in ourselves. So being kind to ourselves is the basis, and it reflects in your behavior with the world. And on the other side, when you're drawing this kindness for the world here, you're bringing it into the world, and it will naturally also reflect back on you. So that's the magic game. The world is reflecting what we are sending. So, and if we send the kindness, what will it be reflecting? It reflects kindness back to us, and we can give more kindness. So, makes a lot of sense. The world is a reflection of our thoughts and actions. Our small world reflects our own thoughts and actions, and the whole world reflects the collective beliefs. And if we don't like what we see in the reflection, we can change what we are thinking and also how we are acting. So now I'm connecting even more with the colors. This light pink here, setting warmth to the topic. And now I'm adding some light blue, and I'm thinking of calmness, of reliability, being like waves in the ocean which are coming and going, transforming, and which are not asking for anything from anyone, watching them, swimming in them, driving their boats in them, just being there. This is also kindness for me. The waves on the ocean, giving conditioned support, provide their energies into the world, not worrying about how it is perceived. It's just serving the greater purpose. This is also what I wish to add. This wish for serving a greater purpose, doing what is in our powers, doing what we can do, finding our way of expression, adding to the kindness and safety in the world. I want even deeper waters, reliability, being a lighthouse, sending regular, clear signals to the world, how I perceive the world. Sending the signals, I'm sending the signals to my child, I'm sending the signals to my friends, I'm sending the signals to people who watch my videos, giving out what wants to come through me and which is my option to influence the world. So this blue is also supporting that. When I look at my drawing now, it looks quite, somehow it looks like the world to me, like Earth, but with a new lacking the word, with the different continents are different, water is different. So I guess it might be an energy map of the kindness which is spreading into the world through this exact drawing. So I see a map of the kindness which is spreading to the world through this drawing. So I am quite interested and eager to see your drawings. So if any one of you is interested in sharing your drawing, you can post that in the comments, a picture of that, obviously. Or you can also send it via email to me, drawyourselffree@gmail.com. So that would be nice to see how kindness is spread through all of our atoms, which we are drawing here. People will keep on drawing them as they see the video. So I'm looking forward to see lots of your drawings which create kindness. And we can do that whenever we feel we want to add some kindness to people in our lives or to the world. We can do that in the evening, and we will be influencing our sleep and dreams most probably with that. We can draw that in the mornings when we want to add some kindness to the day. And it is always working. So now what I'm doing is I'm adding beauty to my drawing. I apply some shades. I want to make it alive. More alive than it is. And I choose the colors which are supporting this energy. I have some little bit darker red here now, which I apply and make this atom more and more alive. If I look into my body, what's happening, I can feel that my heart is warm and feels friendly and generous. I also realize that I'm smiling and enjoying the process. So in every drawing we create, we take care that we make it as beautiful as possible, because this has the most effect. If we are drawn to our drawing, our eyes are drawn to it, our hands have created it, our minds are involved as well, and shift some awareness to where we want it. In this case, we want to increase kindness in the world. So I have this, everything is very, very gentle here, and it's very nice. me some shape in the gentle blue here as well, some shade. I have the impression that the kindness is already in the field, arrived in the field. It's flowing by itself, activated. And I intensify it here with my beautification. The atom contains everything. The small atom is part which contains like all the knowledge of the world, all the information, all the love, all the kindness. And therefore, focusing on one of them, they will all influence the whole thing. So I'll expand some shading outside here. Make it visible that the atom is connected to the whole environment. And also making this vessel here, the circle, more visible. Yeah, feels right. Feels nice. Mixing some colors here. Expansion is happening, expansion to the field. Concentration in the center. My map is created for today's kindness. I will be creating a folder for all of your drawings. Can people share their experiences and be an inspiration, a visible part of creating kindness. We can do something about the state of the world. By drawing, by directing our attention to what we want to experience in the world. I have some urge to add some orange, some more energy in here, some warmth, fire, passion, connection. I'm taking a bigger marker and I'm emphasizing the outside shape. So I'm letting this energy of wholeness, of perfection flow inside and connect it. More. I go once around. And I also feel like following this parts a little bit more here and there. Yes. You can play with your drawing and make it as intense as it feels right. And let this lines connect and merge a little bit more. All the pathways of kindness. Nicely, nicely, nicely connected. And in this case, the energy flows around and back in and around, and it concentrates in the center of the shape. And it represents abundance, everything what is. Everything in that atom, the whole universe, wisdom, kindness. Gentleness, carefulness, listening to each other, interest, acceptance, how do you perceive the world? It doesn't affect my perception of the world if you perceive the world in a different way. I can be gentle, I can be understanding, I will not be overtaken by you if you think something else. Often we're not aware of that. That's why we fight for our ideas. But in fact, it's not possible that you are overtaken, because it's your decision. So, how do you feel? How do you feel? Did you enjoy drawing? Did you enjoy giving to the world? For me, it feels like expansion of energy. I feel calm and I feel gentle and soft. And I have the impression that something changed in the world just now, because we did the drawing on kindness. We are able to change the world in any moment of our lives, especially if you focus on that. Today I want to connect the kindness which I created in this drawing to the environment, to the field. So this is the shape of the kindness I drew for the world. And since this shape of the neuroatom algorithm is not yet connected to the environment, I'm going to draw this important step today. I feel it's not complete yet. So I start drawing a line from here, and I want to lead it through the shape of my kindness, and it was coming out of here. And I also feel the need to connect it from here, and I'm going through the shape here, and it's connecting up there. And I draw some connections here to the shape, and I make it more visible. So everything is connected to the field, and especially the kindness which is brought into the world. And although it is representing an atom which is here, it contains everything already. But to make it visible, that it's also connected to the environment, I draw neurolines, which are always organic lines, which are always based on the movements of nature, which are not repeating in themselves, and which are never straight. Our brain does not recognize straight lines. They won't have an effect on us. And if I'm drawing Neurographica, I intend to influence my brain structure, my imprints by drawing. And I do that by drawing lines which are organic, naturally flowing, like rivers, or like the outlines of sky, of clouds in the sky, sand dunes, trees, plants. Everything is built up, even the cell structures, the blood system flowing in our bodies. Everything is organic. So now, how does that feel? It feels good. It feels expanding. Energy is expanding more. The kind energy is expanding, and I need more colors now. So these colors are expanding as well to the field. Light blue feels very, very soft and comforting. And I draw that, and I add the soft, comforting energy to the field. I add it to the field, I make it visible, and I also receive it from the field at the same time. Here's also this light color, which is also, I merge it together a little bit because they are both here, and I also want it to come here, be visible field. It's an interaction of giving and taking. It's expanding from inside, and it's also outside. Everything is inside and outside at the same time anyway. So we'll have more of this energy here, spreading into the field. Yeah, nice. If you have not yet seen how I drew that algorithm, there's a separate video on that, which is called Draw Kindness. One of my last videos. You can find that most probably easily. Draw kindness. And I hope that you'll try that yourself and add kindness of any kind to the world through drawing your version of kindness today. I try to be a little bit pale in the background in order to have it more active right in the center. Add more color here. Yes, and we'll have some of this light bluish green as well down here. Yes. The energy of the field. Invaluable. To make it visible to our minds that we are part of the field. We are connected, we are assisted, guided, loved. We are not alone. Not alone. I tend to forget that from time to time. Even if we forget, it's still there. Support and guidance. But if we don't forget and we even ask for guidance, assistance will be more strong, more strongly visible. Oh. So we have some of the blue here now. And some more intense blue in the middle. Here we'll have some blue. Yeah, this assisting helping forces are always available. I see some color which I didn't add before now. I feel I want red around it. That might be the passion and love which is available, which is created at this boundary of inside and outside, and it meets together, creates warmth, passion, love, understanding, peaceful thoughts, solutions, lightness, friendliness, joy. Especially the word solutions comes into my mind. I'm drawing that. There is a solution. It's not unsolvable. If there's some conflict, maybe, that's okay. Solutions are available at any moment. Communication, speaking clearly, having no expectations, yeah, it grew in intensity, and it's also affecting my lines here. There's some more passion going into the field and also coming from the field. This energy is flowing outside and inside, and it's really creating another circle around here, which I didn't plan and I didn't expect as well. It feels warm in my heart, and it feels also warm in my feet, comfortable and exciting, joyful, meeting outside and inside, like inside and outside, creates warm energies. So apparently my shape was not visible enough before. It felt a little bit lonely and flying in space disconnectedly. My shape of kindness. So it's not, if a drawing is not feeling complete, it's always possible to continue drawing. Next day, after 2 weeks, after 2 years, whenever, you're ready to continue, sometimes the drawings just speak to you. You have to add this and that here or there, and it wasn't possible to draw that before because for some reason state of development has not been reached until that point, maybe. So it was not able to be seen before. That happens all the time with my drawings. I tend to put them on my walls and they are fresh, to have the energy around. And even if they feel complete, sometimes they are not. Sometimes they don't feel complete and cannot be completed at this very moment. That's also fine, because the time is coming for the next steps, if there are any to be taken. You can trust your intuition in that. Still feel something is not yet 100% complete. And I want to add field lines. I'll add one, like a field line is going from one side of the drawing, inviting the energy of the field, inviting the energy of the divine. And it is a strong line which moves through the drawing. And I feel resistance now. My nice and tender drawing is changing. Yeah, it's changing again. I wish I would have not applied all the changes at this state. So I perceive resistance. Especially because all the black lines, so many of my drawings feel like too much black lines. Enough black lines for my whole life. But apparently that's not right, because with the black lines you create strong impressions. Yes, coming from here, but I won't leave it with one line. Where do I want another one? Another field line will be coming from down here. They are sharing part of this line now together. Two rivers interacting nicely. I start getting upset with my drawing. And I guess there will be more work. So now I'm integrating these new lines, and I decide to use some gray for that, which is not visible here, so that's not possible here. Here I also want it integrated with the black one. Yes, 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 I don't like it a lot. My poor Nero atom, where is it gone? Lost in space. No, it's not lost in space. Connected. It's getting connected. Doesn't have to be alone. Doesn't have to do everything by himself, and it's also allowed to glow. You can glow the atom of kindness in the world. Bring the glow into the world, your personal glow. Aha, this feels better, having the glow here. Glowing. Oh ho, see that? The glowing is coming here. Yeah, so the glowing. Connection with the background is challenging for me in some drawings, or in many drawings, because I used to do, still maybe I'm used to do things mostly by myself. So connecting to the background is kind of uncomfortable still, as I realize. And also making that visible here, everything so visible, feels a little bit uncomfortable. So, and if it feels uncomfortable, it has this potential of solving issues which are still not solved in your own states, way of thinking, acting, how it expands. So, and when I see that, I feel this kind of tenderness and everything. If it meets the outside world, or even if it meets and receives, I get this impression that it's both. It's inside and outside meeting creates this fiery energy, which feels quite exciting now, and also unfamiliar. I notice that my heart is beating and my mind is kind of trying to find some distractive thoughts. For example, I'm thinking of the camera and of, will this video be boring maybe? Shall I apply music, or is my talking interesting to anyone? So I'm connecting. My mind is also connecting to the environment. People watching my movies, thinking about you. My videos, it's maybe not a movie. Although sometimes it feels like a movie. So now. Tenderness meets environment and gets on fire, as I see, and I also feel warm. My whole body feels warm. And here I see more color. Needed. So, and I invite you to leave your comments and tell me how you perceive this drawing, and me sharing about my experiences while drawing. Might be boring for you, might be helpful. I personally feel it distracting if people talk while I want to draw, so I usually don't draw while people are talking. I will listen and I will check like the video to know how it's been done, and then I draw it in peace and quiet without anybody talking. That's how I do it usually. I want to learn something new. Don't enjoy people talking about their own processes. And on the other hand, I need to show you what it is about, and I take my thoughts and experience as an example for you to see how it works, and also to monitor your upcoming thoughts, body sensations and feelings. Where is my blue gone? I want to work a little bit on integration here. This red is a little bit separate here, in some spaces, some places. And here as well. So we create as much harmony and integration as needed, and if you use multicolored lines, then it's also needed to merge the colors nicely, but you don't create new separations. Here, see, look at that. This is very straight. Integrate this new impression of taking the background and field into my drawing. They are not visible. Make them more visible. Connections even more visible. Here's even more. Wee wee. There's more of them. More, more, more. Something is happening. More lines appear. More and more. All the time you need is precious. There's no need, and it doesn't make sense to hurry a drawing in which you are reconnecting your brain wiring, because that's what you do while drawing these lines. Every line has a meaning. Every line tells you that you're in charge. Yes, more to do as I see here, and I feel between these lines there's something going here, between these lines something is going here, and I want to make it visible with the colors. And I'm going to use some of my markers for that, of my highlighters. And I will just brief now what happens, because I'm a little bit scared spoiling everything, but I want to emphasize this part now, and I am adding some of this. Aha, some interesting effects here because of the ink I used. But I like this effect, surprisingly. It gives some dynamic here. And changes the impression again and quite completely. Wow, yes, looks like beams of ray X, like panning from here. And then I will do that down there as well. Is that the right color? Maybe not. So, but where is the next thingy? This is here. No, this is not the right color. Then I want the blue one. I want the blue color down there. Yes. Some word comes into my mind, which is explosion. It's getting a neuro explosion. An explosion of our neural system. So it's exploding here. Feel like running away, feel like running away. Why? Because I hadn't planned that, and it's now so different, and it's not tender anymore, and the tender quality is also something new, and I wanted to keep it somehow, but I didn't. I'm drawing all this outside energy here. With all these lines appearing and feeling quite weird. Do the unexpected. Yes. I guess I will write down some words about what happened after that drawing. My kindness drawing. And this today is my explosive drawing. So I have this here and this here. What color do I use here to make that visible? Maybe even this one. Because I want this now visible here. Somehow I feel it's 4 directions. Here, 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 and here. That's why I do that now, and I color the 4 directions in different colors in the background. I'm accepting that these lines are dissolving because I didn't draw them with a permanent marker. And I tell you, there's different things happening in me, liking and disliking at the same time, and questioning whether this is allowed to happen. It is allowed to happen because it happens. Like everything which happens. Everything which happens is allowed to happen because it happens. So this is allowed to happen. So now I ask myself, does something need to happen inside? Oh yeah, I show you the drawing first. And I look at it myself. No, inside there's nothing needed to be happening. What about this beautiful circle? Let us add more glow to this. You see, it starts humming, although I am a little bit confused about my drawing. What I see now is the energy which my atom had carried expanding outside. It's expanding. At the beginning it was quite well behaved, and it stopped being well behaved. It didn't stay into the boundaries. So today you are able to witness an unexpected happening, how my well-behaved neuroatom changed and expressed its energy into the field. I hope that you're drawing yourself, and good luck with your drawings. See you soon.